said earlier, we're Hebrews, right? Columbus said, all praises. That's the honest answer, sis. So we're going to do like the officer was saying. We're going to go into the Bible and show you who we are as a people. And what you should do, sis, in order to get the kingdom. Because all of us want to get the kingdom of heaven, right? Aren't you tired of being oppressed? Aren't you tired of working paycheck to paycheck? Aren't we as a people tired of struggling? Well, God gave us the remedy here in the Bible. We're going to go into the scriptures to show who we are and how to get out of this situation. Because if you, being at Columbus, murder rate is all-time high. Poverty at an all-time high. Single-parent household at an all-time high. But we need solutions for our people, right? Give me John 8:32. We need solutions for our people. So what we're going to do is go into the scriptures and show you what's going on and show you the reality and how our history and our current condition is prophesied. Read.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
It's high time, Columbus. The truth is now here. And now we're going to see what that is and why the conditions we're in and the remedy thereof. Read it again.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So the truth is the reality that we're in, the conditions that we're in. God's commandments is the remedy of how to get out of those things. So what we're going to do is go into the Bible and show you here. Read that, 4 verse 1. Tell me who this applies to. Hosea 4 verse 1. Check this out, sis. Check this out. Tell me what this goes on in our community.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Because the children of Israel are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're not African American, we're not colored, we're not niggas, we're not spics. We are the children of Israel. Read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth.
There's no what?
There is no truth.
There's no truth in Columbus, sis. That's why we are here to bring that truth to our people. Come on.
Nor mercy.
There ain't no mercy. Because just earlier this week, down here, you from the east side, down here on Urban, you know, familiar with the Heights? There was just a murder right here, Tuesday. Brother shot right here in our neighborhood, right in our community. Just last night on Brown Avenue, 2 homicides. Read it again.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing.
By what?
By swearing and lying.
Doesn't this go on in our community? Don't we lie all the time to manipulate to get what we want? Come on.
And killing.
And what?
And killing.
This is God showing the status of our people today in 2023. Prophesying that there's no truth, lying, murdering, stealing, killing. Come on.
And stealing. And committing adultery.
Oh, man. Single parent household, sleeping with baby mama, baby dad. You know what I mean? All that is all prophesied that it will happen because why? We lack truth. But we're going to get to what the truth is momentarily. Come on.
They break out and blood touches blood.
That's your black on black crime in the Bible.
Yeah.
Blood touches blood. Read that part again. They break out in what?
They break out and blood touches blood.
God said blood's going to touch blood. Because why? It's majority our people killing our own people. But we label it black on black crime, right? But God says the children of Israel, there's a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, meaning us as a people. Follow me, sis. Don't worry about what's going on here. Come on around, bro. Come on around. All praises. All praises. So, hey, what's your name, bro?
Steve.
Steve. Nice to meet you, Steve. My name is Hanan. Doing good, man. Come on inside here for me. So we're going over with my sisters that you're from Columbus, right? Would you agree that the murder rate in Columbus is astronomical? It's like young people just killing people over and over and over again, right? But nothing, right? This was prophecy, since there is no truth in this land amongst the children of Israel, because the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the children of Israel.
That's right.
Whether the world wants to acknowledge it or not. God said there's a controversy with us as a people. Since we decided to go against what he said to do, this happened to us as punishment. Us going into captivity, us being sold, us being renamed, us being redlined, Jim Crow, all that is prophesied. But as far as what I'm dealing with now is dealing with, absolutely, you're familiar with that in Mississippi right now. But more importantly, what I'm speaking of right now is the condition in Columbus, Georgia right now. Read right here. Read that from the top of my brother Steve.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. Verse 2, by swearing and lying and killing.
Don't you see? Isn't that what's going on in Columbus right now? Like I was telling my sister, just Tuesday, our brother just got shot in the Heights. Just last night on Brown Avenue, 2 homicides. Back in the day, in the early 2000s, they used to call this place C-Town, right after A-Town in Atlanta, and Usher, Lil Jon, right? Now they call it KILLUMBUS. KILLUMBUS.
Bring it out.
But guess what? Check it. Just real quick. Let you finish this last verse. Come on.
And stealing and committing adultery. They break out and blood touches blood.
That's your black on black crime in the Bible.
Bring it out.
We just call it today because we don't know how to identify ourselves. But God says the children of Israel, there's going to be blood against blood. But God told us not to do those things. Give me Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. God told us not to do those things. He gave us instructions on how to combat the adultery, combat the stealing, combat the murdering, combat the lying. And it's right here in the Bible. Read verse 10.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
God says, when those wicked individuals who choose to do those things, consent not. Don't go. Just because they say, hey man, let's go get this bag. Let's hit this lick. You know what I'm saying? I know we can do a come up at, right? God says don't do that. Flip page. Right. Verse 15.
Verse 15. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path.
God said we got to refrain our foot from their path. So in order to refrain our feet from their path, what must we do? First, we must understand what the truth is. And then, once we understand what the truth is, then we have to start applying those things, sis. Give me that truth. So understand, here in Columbus, Georgia today, 2023, sis, you're about to get the understanding that was hidden from us from the foundation of the earth since we got here in cargo slave ships, sis. And now we got the remedy to what? Better our community and better our lives as individuals as well. Because like I said earlier, you want the kingdom, I want the kingdom, but all of our people, right? Right, read.
Psalms chapter 1:11 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and a good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
So in order to have a good understanding, in order to be righteous, we have to, and to have a fear of God, we have to be doing his commandments, right? But a lot of our people haven't learned God's commandments. Because even though we're on the east side of Columbus, Georgia, right? You have one church here, one church down there, one church here, and another right behind this Piggly Wiggly. But look at the conditions of our community. They have not taught God's commandments. Because if they would do so, our community would be completely different. But as you see, sis, the condition of our people is at a desolate state, right? Understand, read that part again.
Psalms 111 verse 10.
So now we're about to go into how to get the kingdom of heaven. Because that's the end all be all. I can talk about the conditions of our people. I can show you the scripture how it's promised. But guess what? The remedy is keeping the commandments and getting the kingdom of heaven. Read.
Matthew chapter 19 verse 17. And he said unto him, verse 16, and behold, one came and said unto him.
Sister Brenda, check this out. Check what this young man said to Christ. All praise.
Verse 16, and behold, one came and said unto him, good master, what good things shall I do that I may have eternal life?
That's what he asked Christ. That's what we want to know today, right? Listen to what Christ said.
Verse 17, and he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life.
This is the stipulation. This is the end all be all. But if you would enter into life, do what?
Keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
From Genesis to Revelations, you will hear about the children of Israel keeping commandments and not keeping commandments. When we don't keep it, we go into captivity, slavery, oppression. When we do, we rise above that. And guess what? We become a blessed nation because the Most High God is dealing with us.
That's right.
God is dealing with it. So now what we want to do is go into the law and show what our people are doing today in 2023 and how we can change. Because why? We think what our knowledge and understanding is what is supposed to be done, right? But God don't care about what we feel or how we feel. He wants us to do what he say do. Do you have any kids, sis? Okay. Okay, all praises. So when they was younger, right, you told them, hey, clean your room, do your homework, be in at this time, right? When they don't, what happens? You punish them, right? You dang right. So the condition we're in, since we chose to be disobedient to God, we get oppression, we get a slavery. That's our spiritual butt whooping from our Father. So in order for your children to get back right in your good grace, right, what must they do? Right, obedient, right? Clean their room, do their homework, come in before the street light come in, or whatever your rule is. That's exactly what God's saying. So check out what God's saying here. Read.
Leviticus chapter 13, verse 29. If a man or woman,
A man or what?
a man or woman, have a plague upon the head,
So now we're talking about a plague. If a man or woman have a plague in their hair, whether it be the top of their hair or for a man, their beard. Come on.
upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague.
Right.
And behold, if it be in it, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair.
And what?
A yellow thin hair.
So God is saying, if the priest shall see a plague be upon the hair or the beard, and they see and look upon the person, and it be in their hair a yellow thin hair, it is what?
Then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
He said, God said he pronounced them unclean. Unclean, meaning what? They're not right, right? So today, our people like to blonde their hair, right? Because that's that yellow thin hair. Dyeing the color of hair. God said for us not to do those things. But guess what? We do it as a fashion because that's what we see on Vogue, Ebony, Essence. You know, we see all the celebrities dyeing their hair. Right, right. So you're a part of that, sis, right? So now that you understand God's law, that we... So now, Brenda, since God says the person, if they see that color in their hair, it is considered unclean, what must you do, sis? What? What? Sis, let me get this straight. You heard, you said you want to get the kingdom of heaven, right? You said, hold on, sis. I just got to bring it full circle so that way my mind can compute it. It sounds, so sis, since you know it sounds foolish, why are you tarrying? Because why? In America, we have been conditioned to do what we want and not care what God says. It's not your fault, but it will be after this day, now that you have exactly. Because, so what we're going to do is show you how we became into the situation we're in. Because you said it yourself. You know it sounds foolish. Even after you came out your mouth, you're like, dang. I sound crazy as hell. But it's all right, sis, because after today, you have a chance to repent. You still have a chance to get the kingdom of heaven. All you have to do is what? Take out the purple, take out whatever color, stop dyeing your hair, and just wear your hair naturally. That's it. That's all you have to do. And look, if you want to add some extensions to it, just don't have it blonde. Have it the same color as your natural hair. You know what I mean? All praise, my brother. How you doing, bro? That's good, all praises. What we doing here? You probably heard a little bit what I was going over, right? Okay, you got what I want? Envy thou not the oppressor. Proverbs 3:31. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
What's your name, brother? Marcus. My name's Sanat, Marcus. Read it.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So God says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. My sister, I've been dealing with you for a while now. Just bear with me, okay? So my brother, who taught us to dye our hair red, blonde, and all that, the tips and stuff?
I don't know who taught us to do that.
Right, you just happen to see it and you're like, oh, that stuff hot. I'm going to go ahead and do mine, you know what I'm saying? Back in the early 2000s, Wayne did his or whatever, you know what I mean? I see it, it's trending, it look hot. I'm going to go ahead and do it for the one time, right? So God said what?
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Because why? We was taught to break God's laws. Go back to Leviticus. We was taught to break God's laws. God says the children of Israel, these people on this side and those of the diaspora, we were commanded not to follow the customs of the heathen. But guess what? We all know Hollywood got celebrities in their pocket doing whatever. Hey, you're going to do this or else. You know what I mean? Or else what? Take away your sponsorships, take away your money. You see Kanye West, he up here he just made a simple statement that took away billions of his dollars.
Hey.
Billions.
Bring it up.
Read.
Leviticus chapter 13, verse 30. Then the priest shall see the plague.
So right now we're talking about plagues. Right? Come on.
And behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, if there be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry skull, even a leprosy.
God calls it leprosy. So by us blinding our hair, because we don't naturally have blonde hair, right? Who has blonde hair in the earth? White people, right? God says it's leprosy. God says it's plague. God says they're unclean. The black Messiah says that because we think that God's a puff of smoke. God may look like this Caucasian here closest to me at the end. You know what I mean? Because that's what was taught in these churches, right? But God, being the black man, his son Christ, also a black man, says that that is a plague, it's unclean. So we go back to Proverbs, it says what?
And be thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Because we didn't come up with that on our own fruition. It was fashion sense. It was showing that in essence, ebony, bold, all throughout music videos. We wanted to be, because I'm not sure how old you are, but early 2000, Wayne was hot for the Trout, Carter, all that, right? You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Since the media had what? Since the entertainment industry had those celebrities in their pocket, do this, do that. They're the ones who told them to push that agenda. That's why you got Rock in 2023. That's why you got Sneaky Links and all this other stuff going on, right? So think about it. You keep up with basketball, bro? Not really? You familiar with what's going on with John Morant? Okay, what about you, sis? I'm gonna paint a picture for you, right? And this is going into what I was saying. Are you familiar with the Kyrie Irving situation a few months ago? All right, what about you, sis? Okay, I'll praise. I'm gonna give you two synopses here. Kyrie Irving, he's an NBA basketball player, right? He found out, he's been doing a little search and found out that we are the children of Israel. On his Twitter account, he just posted a link to an Amazon movie. He didn't write it, he didn't produce it. He just stumbled upon it like, hey, check this out, y'all. NBA went bananas. Jewish people went bananas because it was showing that we are the children of Israel. We are the true Jews.
That's right.
Guess what? They took away his Adidas endorsements. They took away all his sponsorships and gave it to other people. Now, John Morant, right? He just got done coming from a suspension. He got suspended for flashing guns on Instagram, bringing it onto because you know the NBA and the league got their own private plane, bringing it on board, which is against NBA regulation rules or whatnot. Suspended for a few games. He's back on the team. He's back on the team, and everybody was going crazy on it. So why is it that when someone promotes or what's that, sis? Say that one more time. Oh, man. Exactly. So sis saying what? He just showed a little bit of knowledge and everything's gone. John Morant still flexing pistols and stuff like that. No poison, no jab at him. But I'm just showing the reality of it. You know what I mean? Slap on the wrist, he back in the game. Because why? The Americans want to continue to push black on black crime. Want to push, but what's that, bro?
I just would say, I'm surprised he got punished here because he did what they wanted him to do anyway.
See? Again, he got his hand in his pocket. You know what I mean? So I have a quick question for you, bro.
I got to take him, man. I'm telling my mom that I got to go meet up with my siblings.
Okay, you got a phone number, email on the back of the flyer, bro? Get in contact with us, man, all right? It's our time for us to wake up and come out of this wicked state that we're in.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be hard. We got to do.
Hey, we all we got, bro. All the information's on the flyer, all right?
I love y'all. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
All right. My sister Brenda. Hold on now, Sister Brenda. We're going to pick up right where we left off about getting the kingdom of heaven. And don't forget, I ain't forgot about you. Oh, I ain't forgot about you, sis. But guess what? Ultimately, you know you have to keep God's commandments. That's what we need to keep to get the kingdom of heaven. One of the things that we saw is that what? The color in their hair, sis, you can repent. It's not too late. You know, you ain't rolled off yet. You know what I mean? So next time you take that down, which should be today or tomorrow or sometime immediately soon, you'll take the color out, sis, you call the number, and you start continue to build. Because you know you're an Israelite. Now you know that you're from the tribe of Judah. So all praises.